Welcome back to Better Living. I'm here with Dr. Wade Banker. We are at Luxe Laser, and we talk all the time about the awesome lasers you guys have here. Top of the line, the best technology, and you have this laser that does Smart Lipo that is excellent. It has, well, it does Smart Lipo, first of all, which is so much better than traditional lipo. Let's start there. Tell us why.
So the Smart Lipo laser is it's much more effective at removing much larger quantities of fat because it is a laser, and the laser actually melts the fat and destroys it at the same time. There is some liposuction involved with that, but when you melt the fat, you can take much more out and through much smaller cannulas. So you're using utensils that are much, much smaller in size, and you're getting a much, much better result, and there's much less downtime because with traditional lipo, they literally are just ripping the fat out.
Right.
In this case, we're melting it and then easily taking it out. So big difference in recovery.
So much less invasive, for sure.
Much less invasive.
And then you have, because you guys have this relationship with SinusSure, who creates these fantastic lasers,
Right.
you're able to not only be a training facility for them, but you're able to have some of their newest and best gadgets. And one of those is this TX, right?
Precision
TX.
Yes.
And that is this tool that goes along with the laser and lets you get to precision places, hence the Precision TX, like your cheek areas and your jowls. And we all struggle with that. So many people struggle with that double chin, whether you're a thinner person or a heavier person. That's just a place where fat likes to gather. And that tool lets you hit those kind of places.
Yes, it's our partnership with SinusSure, which is the leading laser company in the world. So we get the best products from them, before anybody else gets it. So we're the only one in the area to have any type of these newer devices to do this. And what that allows on the Precision TX is to get into all those small areas, the real tiny niche areas, like in the cheeks and in the jowls and even some in the lower third of the cheeks, where people have a lot of the jowls, they've got a lot of skin loosening there, they've got the double chins, and it's extremely safe in these areas. So it's the newest technology that is here, and quite simply, nobody else has it around here. We're the only ones.
Well, you just think about that laser is able to get on that pinpoint. It's able to just be that right in that itty bitty space instead of being this big laser beam. It's able to pinpoint that exact spot. That's the one I want pointing at my chin, not something bigger. But that same machine and that same tool is able to do things like, and you and I have talked about this before, the hyperhidrosis. That is such an issue for some people. It's that excessive sweating. And we're not talking about when you go out for a run and you're dripping in sweat then. We're talking about in a normal business meeting when you're sitting there and you can't take your jacket off because you sweat through your shirt every time. Or I think about some kids that have that and how that can just be life-changing for them if they could actually get that taken care of.
So yeah, with the Precision TX too, we use that on hyperhidrosis, and it's 100% effective on hyperhidrosis. And we get a lot of younger people with that because it's a big problem for a lot of people, and they think that they've tried everything. They've tried Mirror Dry and they've tried all these things. None of that works. You have to be using this new technology laser in order to do it. We've done a lot of cases with it. They all are 100% effective. It's only $2,500 to do it, and they are done sweating forever. So it's the best money you could possibly spend for such a terrible condition.
Absolutely. You think if you're that person that keeps going and trying that new deodorant because you're like, maybe this will be the one that works, or you hear about some special treatment, this is the treatment you need to do because it's going to work and you never have to worry about it. It's permanent. You don't have to worry about it
permanent.
again.
It's permanent.
And another thing that tool, the Precision TX, works for is the dreaded, women deal with this so much, the dreaded cellulite.
So the Precision TX, there's that, and then there's the cellulase, and they're both side-firing lasers, which is it's a really big deal. The side-firing lasers allows us to get into those small areas and to turn the rotation of it in order to break the bands of cellulite and to relieve the cellulite in legs, most commonly legs. But it's extremely effective and FDA approved for cellulite in the legs. And it's the only laser in the world that is approved to do that. So, again, losing weight is not going to really help that much. When you have cellulite, it's bands that are underneath the skin, and this laser simply just gets rid of the bands and allows the skin to ride nice and smooth, so you don't have the cellulite anymore.
Look, cellulite is an issue that affects people whether they are overweight or whether they're not overweight.
Right. It's everyone.
If you got it, you got it, and there's nothing you can do. No amount of exercise, all of those things are just not going to help with that. If somebody is interested in any of these things, or they, as we've been talking, they're like, wait, I have a double chin, or I sweat a lot, or I have cellulite. What do they need to do?
So they just need to call. All our consultations are free, so they can call. They could also, we hold a lot of like events in the evening. So if you have a small party of people, it's free of charge, that we can come in and talk to a group of people in our new meeting facility,
Yes.
our new training facility. If we're not doing some training for other physicians, because we do a lot of training out of that facility too for these procedures. And but we can also have people in from the outside and basically teach them about it and have a nice little talk in our meeting facility. So
that facility is beautiful. It's a great place, very comfortable. So if you want to come in and be at ease when you're discussing these things and learning and educating yourself, because it's really the key is educating yourself first, that's a great place to do it because it's very comfortable and you won't feel threatened while you're talking about it. Because,
Right.
We're not doctors. We don't understand this stuff. That's your job.
Yeah.
So great place to do that. And again, all consultations for any of this is free. Give them a call today because you will feel better when you get these things taken care of. Call Luxe Laser, schedule that consultation today. We'll be right back.